Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're re-diving into a topic that's super important for creating a more inclusive and respectful world. The language we use to talk about disabilities. Words have power, and using the right ones shows respect and understanding. So, let's learn together. Let's start with a common one. What do we call someone who cannot see? The correct term is blind, or a person who is blind. Some people might have low vision, meaning they're not completely blind, but have significant visual impairment. It's always best to use person-first language, like a person with a visual impairment, because it emphasizes the person, not their condition. How about someone who cannot hear? We use the terms deaf or hard of hearing. The word deaf with a capital D often refers to people who are part of the deaf community and culture, and primarily use sign language. Hard of hearing describes someone with mild to moderate hearing loss. It's important to avoid outdated and offensive terms like deaf-mute. Many deaf people can speak, and their primary language might be sign language. Next, what about someone who cannot speak? The term is nonverbal, or a person who has a speech impairment. They might use other ways to communicate, like sign language, writing, or assistive technology. Again, mute is an outdated term we should avoid. Describing them as a person who is nonverbal puts the focus on them as an individual. Now, let's talk about physical disabilities. What if someone has difficulty walking or uses a wheelchair? You can say a person who uses a wheelchair, or a wheelchair user. It's better than saying wheelchair-bound or confined to a wheelchair, which can sound negative and restrictive. For someone with difficulty walking, you could say a person with a mobility impairment. Finally, for intellectual or developmental differences, like autism or Down syndrome, we say a person with autism or a person with Down syndrome. Avoid terms like autistic as a noun. Using person-first language is key. It reminds us that a disability is just one aspect of a whole person. Remember, the goal is to be respectful. If you're ever unsure, the best thing to do is just ask politely how someone prefers to be described. It shows you care. Using inclusive language makes a huge difference in making everyone feel seen and valued. Thanks so much for watching and for being open to learning. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. See you next time.